Hey everybody, John Rankin here, johnrankin.com. Today we're going to be answering the question of, you've just started to travel, where should you go? Now, first of all, that's a loaded question because I really don't know. However, I have ideas. And when I say I don't know, it's because I don't know you necessarily personally. I don't know your likes, your dislikes, if you've got allergies, so you don't want to come to Tennessee during this time of year, those kind of things, right? So what I want to do is I want to talk about how to determine where you want to go, some great ideas of some places I've been that are awesome, and then kind of take and merge those two things together to kind of give you guys an idea of how to pick where to go. Hey Connie, hey Ava, hey Chris. So let's start here because I've talked about this a lot. Hey Kim, and I still get this question a lot, and I was just actually helping with somebody with this a little bit ago. First and foremost, I've said it before, I'll say it again, you don't pick the location picks you, and it picks you based on you doing all the right things up to the trip where you're identifying where the cheapest fares are, things that you're interested in, you know, those kind of things, right? Because you could have on your bucket list that you're going to go to Italy this month, and you are going to absolutely pay some of the most ridiculous prices that you could pay, right? So instead of looking at it at time frames and going, I'm going to go to Italy in July, why not look at what's available when you can travel at some of the cheaper rates or more affordable rates, right? So we always travel in non-peak season. It's important that you guys get this. If I can help you, I need to be able to help you understand that you can travel during non-peak season for probably 30 to 50% less expensive than peak season. What's up, Wally? How you doing, buddy? And it's really important that you understand that. So what I do is a lot of times I don't really have a predetermined plan. I'm just waiting for the deal, right? So I just saw a deal this morning for the end of September for Ireland for $300 airfare, right? Is it really cold and nasty in Ireland in September? No, it's not, right? So it's important that we understand that. Now, let's get back to the question. Where should I go? It's your first experience. And I'm going to kind of talk about this and explain it in the way I do some stuff with my kids. So I like to mountain climb, I like to camp, I like to hike, I like to hammock, I like to kayak, I like to do all those kind of outdoor things with my kids. I love it. And I want my kids to enjoy it. So I purposely plan events with them, experiences with them during times where I know they'll enjoy it. So if it's 105 degrees out, it's not the time to do a 5-mile, 10-mile forced road march with my kids if I want them to enjoy them. Hey, thanks, man. I appreciate that. And so as I began camping with them and rafting with them and some of these other things, I would purposely pick times, places, and even how strenuous it was or could be based on them enjoying it, not necessarily based on what I want to do, okay? So the reason why I share that story with you is because you need to pick things in the same kind of way. We want to have a list of where we want to go, things we want to do, but we don't necessarily want to put them in an order that is going to kill the fun, right? So just as an example, hey, we don't want to go to Siberia during the winter, okay? It's not gonna be a great trip for you guys. Hey Nikki, how are you? You know, so you've got to make sure that you properly plan, that you enjoy it, and you pick locations that you're gonna enjoy. So for example, maybe you're a beach person. You know, sure, the summer in Mexico is great, but are you prepared for 105, 110 degree weather? When you could go in off-peak season and go in, let's say, January, far more affordable, far better weather, and yet you still get to have a great time. Instead of going to Iceland during the midst of their heavy tourism season and having 70, 75 degree weather, you could probably go in November time frame, have a little bit chillier kind of weather, but you don't have the crowds, you don't have the exorbitant prices, right? And so I want you guys to begin to think about travel as an experience that you can have, and you can have at rates that, you know, are affordable for the everyday person. You know, when you look at it, man, you know, I was just looking at a site just a couple of days ago. They wanted like $4,000. It ended up being quite a bit more than that for one person to go to Ireland for 7 days. I priced that exact same trip, same hotel stays, etc. And when I priced it for two people, I came up with just around $2,900. It was a phenomenal trip. So, you know, pick times and places that you'll enjoy. Don't pick places that you're not going to enjoy. And we could end up not enjoying them because you might not be a crowd person, or you maybe don't enjoy the heat as much or the cold as much, or anything like that, right? So let's start from, I want to go have a great time. Maybe I'm a beach person. When's the best time to go to Cancun? So I'm going to go on Google. I'm going to do a quick search. When's peak season for Cancun? And it will tell me this is the best time to go to Cancun based on travel, right? And it's not going to be the summer months, which is when most Americans take their vacation or their holidays, okay? It's always going to be more expensive. Stay away from Christmas if you can help it, right? Do things that are more locally based during your holiday seasons, because, again, you might still enjoy the trip, but when you get the bill, it could really kind of diminish the enjoyment of it. So now what I want to do is I'm just going to give you some of my top recommendations of places I've been that I've thoroughly enjoyed. What's up, Gursky? What are you doing? I think that everybody should go to Ireland. If you like friendly people, a most amazing scenery, Zoe, amazing scenery, friendly people. I mean, it's a great country, very affordable. I absolutely loved everything about Ireland. It was great, okay? Iceland is another one of my favorites. Again, the people were very friendly. The setting was very rustic. Heading to go get a beer now. I really enjoyed it. And I went in January, and that trip was amazing. And everybody was like, oh, it had to have been so cold. It was actually colder in Tennessee than it was Iceland. So those are two that I could give right away. Now, there's some places, other places I would go. Antigua, right? Again, don't go during peak season. It's not a good idea. So, you know, Ireland, Iceland is kind of more the European thing. If you're looking at beaches, you know, if you're looking at good weather, you're looking at being outside. Yeah, she's down at the door barking at something. I don't know what she's barking at. Antigua is a great place. There's tons to do outdoor. Tommy was just on here a little bit earlier in the post where I announced when I was going to go live, and had a great suggestion. So you guys can back up a little bit and go see that. Was it Ecuador? I think it was Ecuador. He said mountains, beaches, jungles, great weather, not too hot, not too cold, right? So there are plenty of places that you guys can go based on your kind of flair and your interest. Again, just make sure that you're going at a time of year that's not peak season, because that's what's going to crush the pocketbook. And again, you know, if crowds are your thing, then the price is really going to be the only difference. And I've talked about this before, where I've taken multiple trips where I purposely went during non-peak season, no lines, no waiting for food, it was just an everyday thing, and I had the entire city or the entire area to myself. That's me. That's what I like to do. You might not be that way, right? So just real quick, I've done a couple of more things here in the next day or two. I've got my 20 travel hacks in under 20 minutes. So today the call of action is real simple. I just want you guys to go in here and if you want that top 20 travel hacks in less than 20 minutes, just put an airplane emoji in here. You'll get registered. I'll log it, and then when it goes live, it will automatically punch it out to you. Again, the top recommendation is kind of a loaded question because, you know, I'll just use Kursky as an example. He loves beaches and Punta Cana and those kind of things. That's not really my thing. I would much rather be on a mountain, or I'd rather, you know, like when we went to the beach together last year, I don't know what all he did, but I went to swim with whale sharks. I wasn't interested in the beach. It's just not my thing. So pick something that's you, find out when non-peak season is, wait for the deal. Pick something you want to do, wait for non-peak season and the deal, okay? That will really help you guys go lots of places fast for less than you ever thought you could travel for. So it's an important kind of lesson to learn, and one that's going to save you thousands and thousands of dollars. Last thing, London giveaway. It's drawn down in about 2 weeks. I'm going to give that trip away to somebody. So if you want to go to London, I'll put it up in the top of this video, and you can go and register. Tell me your story of why it should be you to go to London with me. If your story connects with me, I'm going to connect with you, reach out and tell you, hey, we're going to London. Here's the dates, here's the times, here's the details, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to tell you we're going to go and we're going to have a great time. Okay? Call to action. Leave an airplane emoji if you want my top 20 travel hacks in less than 20 minutes. We'll see you guys tomorrow.